It was very interesting for us when we ran the barometer for the first time in 2009. So we were starting off, and we were actually inviting companies to participate because nobody knew about it, and so it was difficult to get companies to participate. So we invited companies and that we know are actively in the field to come forward and put their facilities on to see how they rate. And it was very interesting that some companies were very hesitant to do it, because this one specific company said, look, we've done a bit, but we're not so sure how good we are. We're afraid that we will not look that good. So we convinced them and told them, look, this is not a name and shame initiative. Let's see where you are, and then you know how good you are. So they've entered, and they ended up being one of the finalists, one of the top 3 companies in terms of the facility. We had another company who came and entered, and they came on their own, and they said, look, we've spent millions on our facility, we think we're going to win. They actually used much more than the averages of industry. They were actually performing very bad. And this showed us actually that people out there don't know how good is good or how bad is bad in terms of how their rating is in terms of energy, because we don't have a benchmark. And this is what the barometer also trying to bring over, is establishing an industry benchmark so that you can know whether you are winning or losing with your program and how you compare against averages of industry. Also, a very interesting one that happened was on the shopping center side. On the shopping center, we have quite a various large, big shopping centers, prominent shopping centers who entered. And on their side, what we have is we had one specific shopping center. There is a brand new shopping center, and it has a fairly good technical, energy efficient air conditioning system. But the problem was that building was designed that is more like a greenhouse with a lot of atrium sunlight coming in. So in the end, that facility did not perform very well, because although they had a very energy efficient air conditioning system, they needed to use a lot of energy to take out all the sunlight that came into the building. So this tells us already that although in some instances the air conditioning is efficient, the envelope of the building was not designed efficiently. And those are very interesting things that came out. So what a barometer does is, it's not a theoretical calculation on a system, or it looks at the whole facility and how the whole facility behaves, and rate that against another typical facility that looks similar. And by doing that, you can actually look at a total big picture of how the whole complex was designed. And this was very interesting to actually, when we saw that, and the lessons that we learned out of that. So hopefully in the future, it will become that a property developer will instruct an architect and the engineering team to design a building that uses at least 20 or 30% less than the average of industry according to a barometer score, and instruct the team to say, I want my barometer score to be 70 or less. Design a facility like that.